You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 540, recorded March 2025, posted February 2026. Hat status.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master, AC him pronouns, and today we are continuing one of our Keys from the Golden Vault heist-based adventures. We are playing Axe from the Grave. I don't know why this one gets said in a funny name, the other ones don't. I think it's mainly because this one doesn't have any confusing words for me to pronounce in it, and I appreciate that. In this adventure, our adventurers have traveled to the farming village of Toadhop. They have found a zombie bard who is missing a magic mandolin that he needs back so that he can sleep eternally. It's Frody the bard.
Tony, does that make that the axe from the grave?
That's the axe from the grave.
What?
Yep,
What? It's not even a real axe?
Well, it's an axe like a music instrument's an axe. And the name
no
of
one
the
has
axe,
ever called a mandolin an axe.
guy,
Yeah.
Frody the bard, told you that it's called Golden Axe.
Okay, sure.
You
Whatever.
learned that some grave robbing halflings stole that golden mandolin, that golden axe, on behalf of one Scythian Skaldarang. And that is what you have learned so far in the previous first session of this adventure. Before we go any further, I should introduce our characters. That's usually a thing I do before going into a recap, but I like to mix it up. By mix it up, I mean I don't remember how anything works. Let's introduce our players. They'll introduce their characters, and we will play some Dungeons & Dragons. That is the promise that I am making to you right now. A promise that I'm extremely reliant on other people to keep. People like Kathy Campbell.
Oh my gosh, that's me. Hello, I am here, and I am playing Tinkerbell, who I should probably open up D&D Beyond. I also have no idea how stuff works. I am a druid fairy. Is that right?
Yeah,
Fairy
that sounds
druid.
plausible.
I don't
Fairy
know how to
druid.
say it, but yeah, fairy druid.
I feel like people who are looking for like high levels of competency have tuned out of this podcast about 400 episodes ago.
Hey, now I'm very competent most of the time at getting the streaming, and that apparently is the limit of my competency. So
Yep.
You're welcome.
Next up, it's Chip Sutterth. Welcome back, Chip.
Hi. My character's name is Josh Molis. Josh's pronouns are he, him. He has the air of a cool youth pastor, except I don't know how he's going to handle this adventure because he can't carry a tune worth a damn.
Yeah, I was like, it seems very, whether one has a bard in this group or not, it seems like it would have a big impact on how this adventure plays out. Do we have a bard in this group? Let's find out. Next up, it's Annette Weerstra.
I am a paladin, not a bard.
A pal of bards? No, a paladin.
A pal of bards. No, I am playing J-Raff, a paladin, Asimar, and we are both she, her, and you know, I don't think it's come up. I don't think she's much of a singer. I feel like she's too cool to sing.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Is it beat poetry?
That would be maybe like, I feel like she'd just be like too worried about, I don't know. I feel like she's not a singer.
Okay, well, maybe our next player will be playing a bard. Let's find out. Last but certainly not least, it's Monty Ashley.
That's me. I'm playing Krong, a bugbear rogue with a real
Did you say
raspy voice.
a bard bear? Was that what I heard? Bard
No,
bear?
Yep, definitely.
A bugbear. I do have a performance +1, so I'm happy to
Yeah.
take
You're
out a singing role.
5% better than average, basically. Okay, Krong, not a bard, but a rogue. So Krong, you just finished interrogating some halflings. I'm gonna imagine, it's the night. You probably camp out and awaken the next day, ready to make your plans. This is always the exciting part of D&D adventure, where the players are in complete control of the story, and I don't know what's going to happen, and let's see where we go.
Oh, that's us.
That's you.
What?
Is it the mornings?
This pause specifically designed to make Tony uncomfortable.
I can see what you're doing there. Yes, it's the morning. You've had the benefits of a full rest. You've enjoyed some oatmeal. Is that what you eat when you're camping out? Yeah.
Sure, definitely.
World building.
Iron
yeah.
rations?
That sounds unpleasant. I don't
Bread
like
and
either. I don't
cheese?
like either. I mean, I'm okay with both of those words. I don't like it when you put them together.
I
Yeah.
want a full English.
Full English. They don't have England.
They don't
but
have England, but
But
that's
they have
what I
the
want.
full English breakfast. In fact,
Yeah.
Do they have the full water deep?
Nobody
What's the
knows
full
why
water
it's
deep?
called that.
the full water deep breakfast. I feel like it's probably similar. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
So Scythium Skaldarang runs a conservatory. We should go there.
Let's do it.
Well, sure, if you want to actually advance the plot.
Okay, fine.
I just don't like it. We're here in this woods and there's no scenery anywhere. Very disconcerting. There's just the sun rising over that way and nothing
Kind of
else.
flat.
Yeah. We've not heard anything about the Skaldarang Conservatory to this point, have we?
I would let you roll a history check to see if you know anything about the Skaldarang Conservatory.
Well, that's my most mid skill. Sure, why not?
Yeah, you know.
Ooh, I rolled a 21.
I rolled a 5.
All right. Josh also rolled a 5. Krong 5. Josh and Krong, I don't think you guys are reading Conservatory Weekly.
I
It's just
am.
been stacking up at the house.
So disappointing.
Now, JRAF, I think, and you come from a privileged family in Varken Bluff, and you have heard of the Skaldarang Conservatory. I think I don't know. It's always like, how much judgment do you know about this? The Skaldarang Conservatory has been around for a few years. It is run by Scythian Skaldarang, who is a tiefling. I think you would even maybe have heard that so it's a conservatory, which is a private music school for super rich kids. It's small. It would only have like a handful of students. They would attempt to market that as their elite exclusive nature. But I think you also know that like Scythian Skaldarang is like trying to get his way into high society and is definitely not there yet.
Mm-hmm. So, like, some of the people I most hated from school went to this conservatory, and I'm like,
well, if they went to that would be the school they went to, but like maybe, yeah, or you heard about them. So, I'm gonna say it hasn't been around that long, so maybe like you've heard of people sending their kids there recently.
okay.
Yeah, and also it's not too far from where you are in Toad Hop.
I relay all this,
Do they have recitals?
obviously.
Obviously,
You have to have
obviously.
recitals.
There's no mention of that in the adventure, but clearly,
Sure.
obviously. A
you have to
player
build
said
up-
obviously. How can I argue with that?
You have to build up the reputation of your conservatory somehow. So
Yeah,
I figure
Yeah. You can't, like, practice and then never perform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people over to watch the harp solos or whatever.
Yep,
Mhm.
obviously.
The mandolin. solos.
Mandolin
Yes.
Mandolin solos.
recitals.
Well, if one of us was a bard, we could go and claim to be interested in applying,
Mhm.
We could pretend to be a bard.
I'm not
Or two.
entirely sure about the ages of your characters / how you present, but it's possible that many of you are kind of outside of the you've aged out of the conservatory.
I know a guy with a hat.
Oh, okay. I would say
I
that-
also have a tattoo of
Oh.
disguise that I
Mhm.
haven't used in a while.
The students at Skaldarang Conservatory would be like high school age, basically.
I am older than that.
Yeah.
I'm a
Slightly.
fairy, and nobody can tell how old we are. So,
Oh, okay.
I
the really
guess I don't know if it's canon now, because even though I just made that up, but
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like that works.
Yeah.
The really long-lived species probably just take classes all the time. Like
Mm.
gnomes live hundreds of years. Who's to say that a 100-year-old gnome doesn't just want to become a good singer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I think it's probably very, very expensive is the main
One option that we have is we have 3 members of the party who could pass as teenage conservators,
Mm.
And a chaperone.
And a chaperone.
And a
The
chaperone.
role you have been studying for your entire life.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? We could be like a visiting, like from a visiting conservatory that maybe we have, so they don't know how old we are, or
We're here
like,
to challenge them, throw down,
Yeah.
serve them.
or learn from
recruit
them. Depends on how we're
Mm.
feeling. Are we
Like
feeling
we're the advanced conservatory. We could
Yeah.
recruit their students.
It's gonna be, we're gonna do a riff off. It's gonna be yes. Yes.
How about this though?
Is it pitch
Mandolin
perfect?
cleaners.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
Also an
or-
option. Also an option.
There.
Janitors. Yeah.
Hi, we're here
Yeah.
selling
Or-
mandolin insurance. We have
Yeah.
reason to believe you might need some.
mandolins that need inspecting.
Yeah.
That does mean that we don't have to pretend to have musical ability.
Mhm.
Listen, you come to a conservatory to learn.
I like how you had an idea for an intersecting lie where you were all part of the same group, but I now like the idea that each of you would have a separate lie, more outlandish than the one before.
We all come in with our separate lies
Yeah.
individually at the same time. Totally legit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, this is how we plan. We plan-ish, and then we go with it.
Plan. That's a strange word that you people use sometimes.
We plan for like 20 minutes. If you would like us to plan for hours and hours
We
of
can.
broadcasted
We could
D&D
spend
playing,
the
we
whole
can.
hour planning.
Let me ask you this. This adventure does not have a ticking clock because the world does not end if Frody doesn't get his mandolin back. And, there's no imminent threat. Would you like
Yes,
to?
there is.
Well, is there?
Yes, you said at the beginning, there's a prophecy of an undead uprising.
Yeah, but he seems
Yeah.
real chill once you got to know him.
Yeah, right now. He's going to stay that way forever.
Well,
What if
I'm
he
just
doesn't
saying.
get his mandolin?
Would you like to travel to Skaldarang Conservatory and spend a day just observing it from a distance?
That sounds like a great
Or
idea.
we could
Okay.
just hire a music instructor, take music lessons for a few weeks, and then
Ooh.
Guys,
go to the
what if you
conservatory.
all go back to Varkenbluff and study music for 4 years?
Yes.
Wait, Annette. This
We
is
could go
silly.
in as instructors.
Uh-huh.
You and I can disguise ourselves, and there's a conservatory right here. We go
Oh.
in disguised as students, learn to play, then
Whoa.
leave and come back.
Whoa.
Go
Right.
Every day you show
Deal.
up as a different student and ask for one free lesson.
Making Groundhog Day.
Yeah, but then eventually you become so good years later, you open a competing conservatory and drive him out of business, forcing him to
The
sell his
plot.
stolen mandolin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
why-
Cobra
sell?
Kai, but with music
Yeah,
conservatories.
why don't you guys ever use macroeconomic factors against your
I
adversary?
know, it's so weird. So weird. I have a really silly question. Again, I feel like I'm doing this a lot. What's our purpose again? Not to go and perform.
We're supposed to get the mandolin back.
The mandolin.
Okay.
Give it
Give
back
the
to that
mandolin
guy.
back to Frody, who, if zombies can feel despair, right now, for some reason, he's feeling it.
Yeah. Okay. So what is there to say that we just don't go in for a tour and then like find it and steal it and run away?
Love it.
What if the
I like that's
conservatory...
simple, right? That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
That's too
What if the
simple. You can do
conservatory
it.
was about to have a concert of some sort, and we just waltzed in?
I like
Ooh.
it, but instead of concert, big fire.
That we can make happen.
Ooh, we could pull the Sherlock Holmes idea of like we call for fire and then we see where Rhodey looks and he'll tell us where he's hiding the mandolin and then we can steal it from there.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A bonus if it's like if there's an evening pre-concert black tie affair, we can all get fancy dressed up and then maybe steal some jewels at the same time.
We have put a lot of post-it notes on the board here.
Yeah.
This is looking great. The creativity is on point. I think we should go there and see which post-it note we're going to use.
All right, that sounds good. Or we can just grab one off the wall when we get there and not actually take into account any of the situational things, which could also be fun.
Mhm.
We could even roll dice. I'm
Whoa.
told that happens a lot in these adventures.
Yes,
I like
but either way,
dice.
let's travel. Let's travel.
Okay, and so after a hearty Waterdeep breakfast, you head to Skaldurang Conservatory. It's several hours walk, kind of up the river. And as you approach Skaldurang Conservatory, you notice that this is an area that is like not doing great. Skaldurang Conservatory at one point was like a keep, like a really tiny castle. Um, and it was surrounded by uh olive groves, but the trees have all died and withered. So it's kind of this depressing sight of a kind of tall, skinny castle in the distance, surrounded by dead olive trees, basically as far
I bet it's
as the eyes
haunted.
can see.
Ooh,
Let me just
will
see
be
here.
now
I thought I had
by a nightmare
lovely
monster.
We won't really
description.
damage much if we light it on fire.
Mm.
Ooh, insurance money.
There's a long, straight cobblestone driveway leading through the groves of the orchard of olive trees up to the conservatory. There's like a little turnaround loop in the front. There is a wooden sign kind of on the road. It's plain, not very ornate, and it says Skaldurang Conservatory, School for the Musically Gifted. No chores, no solicitors, no amateurs. And that's underlined.
Hmm.
Well, that's all three of us. Our three of our options there.
Well, I will.
Somebody
pay,
bring kindling.
Let's everyone rotate one gold coin in a circle, and then we are professionals, and we are getting paid
Yeah.
to play.
There's lots of kindling. There's all these dead trees. This whole place
There's
is.
Just light it up.
Light it
Um,
up, light it up.
I'm gonna assume that you hang out on like a little hill near the conservatory and observe it from a safe distance, and you build a little model of it in the dirt to kind of think about it. So here is the map they provided, which is a 3-dimensional map of the exterior. Can you see that?
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a tall, skinny castle-like structure, stone. It's a little weird because it's kind of asymmetrical. It's got towers on kind of two opposite corners of it. It's 4 stories. It doesn't look like it would be that big inside. Like it might just be one particularly large room or maybe a couple small rooms per floor. But it's tall. It's 4 stories and there's a roof, and you can see there's like a fancy skylight on the roof. I'm just gonna take you to a exterior map of the conservatory.
If Scythium ever leaves, we could just disguise one of us as him and walk in the front door.
There are a bunch of dead trees around. You do notice there does seem to be kind of like staff, though they're kind of spooky looking. They got cloaks, and there's always some of them hanging out by the front door, and you see like a housekeeper and a cook kind of coming and going, occasionally doing chores around the property. Just observing it from a distance, it's clear this is a music school, and so there is frequently the sound of music. Comes. It looks like they have probably music lessons in the morning.
Do the hills come alive with it?
I was like, I'm not going to be able to
Yeah.
get past that
Yeah,
without some kind of
definitely not. I
reference.
was waiting.
I was just like, if I keep talking, maybe I'll get past it. No,
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. You know us
Yep.
too well. Come on now.
Is the music good?
I would say that there's clearly mixes of it. It sounds like there's a couple different students in there doing different instruments. And there's clearly at one point in time when they're all kind of practicing in the evening independently and not in unison, and so that's a little discordant. But yeah. So it does seem to basically operate as a school. We'll say you spent a nice day on the little hillside having a picnic, listening. It's clear that they have breakfast at 8 a.m. Classes start at 9. They have lunch at noon. There is the students have some downtime in the afternoon, and then there's dinner, and the students are clearly practicing individually in the evening. And let's see here.
Is there anything we could tell from? Is it
the
just
place
generic
is pretty
music?
shut up by midnight. Yeah. Sorry, generic. I think it's probably all kind of various forms of like classical, fancy rich people music.
Okay.
We're not getting any like evil undead vibes.
No, there's no specifically evil. What does evil undead music sound like? Listeners, write in.
Bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum.
The music does not appear to be particularly sinister in nature. It is clearly like, it's fancy ballroom music. It's not, they're not playing the hits. It's not top 40 Bard station.
Do we see, does it seem like the students are able to kind of walk around wherever they want? Or
You do
are they
not
escorted?
notice. I'm gonna say maybe you occasionally spot a student like on a little balcony or walking around on the rooftops, but it does not look like the students really leave the conservatory. But unclear if that is,
By choice or
by
force.
choice or by routine. Yeah,
So it seems like a little heavily guarded for a school.
there are. Yeah, and the guards look weird. They're wearing robes. The guards seem to be distinct from the staff of the conservatory. There's kind of 4 guards. There's always 2 at the front door and another 2 kind of watching the perimeter. And we'll assume that you are very careful to avoid being observed by them as you observe them. And the guards look like they sleep in like a little kind of cabin. Perhaps it was at one point like a shed in the orchard. And they are distinct from the kind of the butler and cook that you see coming and going from the conservatory.
The guards, human, tiefling,
They
other?
look humanoid and probably human.
So is anybody leaving the keep and then coming back inside?
You have
Does
not. You've seen like the cook and the housekeeper, the butler, that frequently enter and exit. They are both. The cook is a elderly, well, maybe not that elderly by dwarven standards. He's like in his 80s.
It's a teenager.
I don't think that's accurate. Stout dwarven man with a kind of an apron with lots of stains on it, and he occasionally is going in and out, probably the back door, doing various cook related things. And you also occasionally see a 50-year-old human housekeeper. He's got his hair pulled back in like a tiny little ponytail. And he's dressed a little bit more like a footman with a fancy, weird outfit. And he comes and goes doing various errands around the property as well.
Well, that's at least 2 people who could be
Mhm.
impersonated.
Yep,
Mm-hmm. There's a skylight,
there is.
so Tinkerbell could presumably get
Yeah.
up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And looking at your map of the property, so it is 4 stories up, so it is because it's a significant keep. On the roof there is both a skylight and there are clearly entrances to the 2 towers on opposite corners of the conservatory, and you occasionally see.
We don't have the rights to that phrase.
Yeah.
Oh, which phrase?
The
2
towers.
Oh, I get it. You occasionally. Let's say that you occasionally
We're just not
see.
letting you get anything by
No,
Tony.
it's
Or
okay.
indeed finish the sentence.
Yep.
It's okay. You occasionally see a student. It looks like a 17-year-old boy who is playing a very loud horn up on the roof in one afternoon. It looks like he was encouraged to not do that inside for a while. So
Where'd they teach him the tuba if they don't want him playing the tuba in
Yeah.
their
yeah, sometimes
concrete
there's
rooms?
too much tuba.
Well, I think there's the skylight. There's also making sure that we know what our exits are when
Mhm.
this thing goes south.
Rude.
It's not gone south yet.
I spent the last adventure convalescing, so
Yeah. And the last
I've-
adventure, we absolutely killed it. So
Yeah.
I've still got
no issues.
Featherfall, so
Mm.
I can jump out a window with
I think
somebody
I have
and we'll be
something
fine.
like that too.
Nice.
I was really looking forward to doing that in the prison heist, but
I love the Dungeons and Dragons player incentive of like, oh, you got a tall story building? Let me prepare in advance for how I'm going to jump off that thing. And it's like, there's stairs. There's literally 2 towers. We can say it one more time. With each of them fully equipped with a stairwell. You go up one and go down the other one. Nope. I want to know how I'm going to jump off this thing.
Yeah, you have to have multiple exits.
You got to have multiple
Because
exits.
if there's stairs and it's a tower,
Yeah.
which means it's a circle one, which means it's
Yeah.
going the direction where you can, sword
Featherfall,
Flying.
One of you some of you have the ability of flight. One of you is thinking about kidnapping an Aarakocra as soon as you see one. A lot of options.
fighting. Yeah,
Mhm.
So I'm not equipped to do any of these jobs, unfortunately. So I can only suggest. But
You could just follow your death for the team.
look. There's
Ouch.
Tinkerbell looking through the skylight,
Mhm.
and then there's mapping out the exits. And then I'd really like to find out more about these guards.
Mm.
I mean,
the guards never go inside. They have
The
to
guards
stay
never-
outside. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, they sleep in a little cabin in the orchard, which it seems rustic, and I'm being generous here.
Think Krog could investigate them a little bit without being detected?
So just to make sure it's clear, because you asked about entrances and exits, there's the main front door where there are 2 guards hanging out. There is a here, I'll ping that on the map. There is a side door where there's a guard occasionally patrolling. There are also on the roof doors into both towers. And the skylight is not traditionally designed as a entrance or exit, but could easily
We
be
can fix
adapted to
that.
that in an extreme situation.
okay. Is
yeah.
there? Do we see doors to get into the towers, or are they from the inside of the building?
Those are from the inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We could just climb up onto the roof. It's only 4 stories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm game.
Yeah.
And I would certainly, if you again, you don't have a ticking clock. If you wanted to send Tinkerbell up to the roof to scout stuff ahead of time,
Yeah.
I could tell you what you would see up there, and then,
Yeah. Let's do that. Does that sound good?
okay.
Yeah.
So you spend a day observing stuff overnight. It seems like probably the students get kind of quiet around 9 or 10 o'clock. But it seems like probably there's staff moving around, and presumably Scythian himself, who you have not seen. And they seem to wrap up around midnight. In the middle of the night, Tinkerbell flies up and does a scout of the roof of the conservatory.
Guards stay there consistently?
I'm gonna say that actually that maybe overnight there is just a single guard at the door, and that it is less guarded at night. Flying up to the roof, and I'm assuming that you would want to look through the conservatory, through the skylight, because why wouldn't you?
Yep.
You can see down the skylight. It's a little hard to see through because it's like beautiful stained glass, but you find a little corner and peek through that, and you are looking down into a spacious music hall. It's basically one giant room, and there's a bunch of musical instruments and chairs set up. You see a harpsichord, a piano, a cello, some drums, some fiddles, ukuleles, accordions, bagpipes, lutes, lyres. I did not look at how long this list was before I started reading it. Lyres, oboes, brass horns, bongos, and violins on padded chairs spaced around the room.
Fiddles and violins.
Fiddles and
Ooh.
violin. It would be a decent drop from the skylight to the floor of this big chamber. It's probably about 15 feet up. And you do not spy any mandolins, golden or otherwise, from where you are peeking through your the skylight. Here's what the spooky guards look like,
Nice.
and I don't know what else you want to do.
Uniforms.
I would like to
Just run that again.
Tinkerbell would like to check and see if the doors are unlocked that go out to the roof.
That is an excellent question.
I don't see why they would.
The skylight does not open. Each skylight is a work of art. Its panes shaped in colors to resemble a rising or setting sun. Thanks, D&D. I don't see it mentioning anything here about the tower doors being locked. I feel like They're on the roof, and so
All right.
I feel like there are other doors they conspicuously mention as being locked, and this ain't them.
Okay.
So
So we're gonna
yeah.
assume that it's unlocked.
You
mhm.
could also like light a tree close, but not too close, and see if the guards leave. And then we
I will
can-
say most of the windows in the conservatory are stained glass. They are big, but they're fitted with those tiny little, frosted glass panes. All windows are latched shut from the inside, except on hot days. It's not a hot day, but the windows could successfully be opened, especially by somebody with thieves' tools. I know in the last adventure, it was very sad that all the windows were boarded up on the first floor of that thieves' guild house. So look forward to smashing some windows, people.
Hooray!
There's also, I don't know if it matters to you, Kathy, but there is a chimney on the rooftop,
Okay.
which could accommodate a small creature.
Excellent.
I'm
And
going in there.
yeah.
I was thinking specifically that I believe Kathy. I guess, can you become small?
I
Kron?
can fit in wherever a small creature can
All
fit.
right.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Nice.
And Kathy is a small creature, I believe, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I am not.
everybody else is not. You're normal sized.
All right. So yeah, Krong, you could climb up and join me, or we could also go through the doors.
Mm-hmm. But I think this is probably just scouting for now, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yes? Question mark?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I would think
We
Jay,
just-
Jay and I should sort of hang back and let the tiny sneaky people
Mhm.
do
Sure.
their work.
Or
Sure, I'm game for
do
that.
we just say?
Just give us the signal. We'll light
it's
something
either
on
that or we knock
fire,
on the door and say, "Hey, you got a mandolin?"
Mhm.
or we can, go with the pastor vibe and try to convert them or something.
Yeah, like talk to the people in the front.
Mm,
Or we could
Let's-
try to negotiate a concert performed at our whatever.
Ooh, performing at the Fashion Week.
Oh yeah, Fashion Week. We can go back to Fashion Week.
Tie it all in.
I'm fashionista.
Should we do that?
At what
keeping
point
in
is your
mind
lie just a,
Eventually, I burned my entire real identity.
yeah.
remember, we're still kind of being hunted for that last line.
It's
we
true.
did.
That's true.
So if you say, I'm Jay Raff, a famous fashion designer.
Josh just sort of sits and nods and pretends he understands this
Mhm.
conversation.
Mhm.
I'm uncomfortable trying to pose as somebody because these guys are clearly very into security, way more than that Thieves Guild was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go sneak and look around, and maybe we can maybe once we know more what's going on, maybe we can, I don't know, maybe we can convince the pub that they need to have some musicians from the conservatory playing over there, and maybe that's our in.
And we're sponsoring the concert.
No, it's a pub. Said that's our inn. See, and inn
Oh,
could be
ba-dum-bum.
INN.
Oh,
I
got
did
it.
not
Thank
catch
you.
that one. I was like calculating.
Thank you for
That's signpost
explaining the
to this
joke because
joke.
clearly I did not get it.
Everyone's doing
The
great.
self-hate is rising right now.
Mm.
Go sneak.
Go sneak.
All
Yeah,
right,
we're
let's
good.
sneak.
Let's see what's going on in there.
I would like to climb up onto the roof and climb down the chimney, please.
All right. Do you need to? I'm a dungeon master. I'm in charge. Roll something to climb up a 4-story building. I assume you're pretty good at that at this stage of life.
I rolled an 18. What am I adding to that, if anything?
I probably athletics, but with an 18, you're successful.
Then I rolled a 19.
All right. You rolled a 19 and climb up to the roof.
And I'm gonna follow right behind Krong.
Mhm.
I'm gonna with
All
her
right.
little arms up, going, hold it, let me hold you. I'll catch you.
Yep. So there is a chimney right on the roof that you could assume, Krong, probably leads down to a kitchen several floors below.
All right. I will adjust my hat, make it a Santa Claus hat, look like Santa, and climb down the chimney.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, is there currently a fire at the bottom of it?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
That probably is
yeah.
something we should have checked
Yeah.
beforehand, but that's
Yeah, no, I'm not a monster. You didn't ask, therefore you die.
Nothing wrong with being a monster, Tony.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. I realize now that was not the nicest expression.
Before I go down the chimney, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Oh, tell me about what Detect Magic does.
Detects
it's a
magic, Tony.
Well,
Sorry.
It's a concentration spell,
Mhm.
and it lasts for up to 10 minutes. I can see a faint aura around things. It can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone. I don't know how thick these walls are, but I feel like the exterior walls might be a foot of stone.
Mhm.
1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. It's got a verbal component, so I just want to cast it while I'm on the roof, not while I'm inside.
I put you in the wrong place. I'm now putting you where you're supposed to be. Bear with me.
Bear with me.
All right. I think you technically went down a different chimney than I thought you did, but it's fine.
We'll go down
actually,
whatever chimney you want us to go
You went down a chimney, yeah. Apparently, there were multiple chimneys. I'm going to assume that you went down the kitchen chimney. Do you have? Let me open this up. Do you have a strong? All of the chimneys lead to the first floor. Do you have a strong preference about which chimney you went down?
They all lead to the first floor. There's no fireplaces anywhere but the first floor in this building.
Confirming. Correct.
Heat rises.
Okay.
It's very cold on those upper floors.
And there are. I like how you're both. I think again, it's location. Not only are there no other fireplaces anywhere else in the building, Monty, there are 3 on the first floor, which seems like overkill.
The kitchen will be fine.
Especially looking at the tiny kitchen that has like nothing else other than the fireplace in this room. I'm assuming like there's just no furniture being shown, but there is furniture.
Yeah,
that seems like an uncomfortable place to have a fireplace where it's just heating this tiny room.
I think they just haven't done a ton of art on this. So you arrive. It's clear the other 2. You choose between the 3 chimneys, and the 2 of them feel. One of them clearly has the smell that like food is prepared below this one, and for whatever reason, perhaps just to make my life easier, that is the chimney that you head down. Tinkerbell and Krong, you arrive in the kitchen of Skaldarang Conservatory. It is dark and quiet. No one is at work here. The kitchen is a little cramped. There's a lot of pots hanging over the fireplace as you pop out of it. The fire is not lit. There's all kinds of kitchen implements all over the place. And there is from this kitchen, you can see a couple doors. One of them looks like it leads to like probably a pantry. One of them leads to the interior of the conservatory. And one of them is a convenient side door that takes you out of the conservatory.
I would like to change my costume or disguise to, what did that tuba playing kid on the roof look like? Is there a school uniform?
He was dressed. I don't think they don't have a school uniform, but he was clearly like a noble, and he was dressed in like fancy, semi-formal type of clothing. He was a 17-year-old human.
Did he have a hat on?
Did he have a hat on? Allow me to open up my separate document that checks hat related.
Status.
He sure as heck has a hat on. Did I generate AI art of this horn playing hat? By the way, I just said horn. You all said tuba. But allow me to upload an image of what I'm generously calling horn guy. There you go. Did my AI art include a hat? It did. Is his hand kind of slightly merging into the trumpet-like thing he's playing? Yes, it's artificial intelligence generated art. Does he look like kind of a rich Ponzi boy? Yes. There you go.
I would like to disguise myself as him.
All right, Tinkerbell, you continue to look like you.
Good deal. That's what I can look like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start exploring.
Yeah. Where are we gonna go?
Does my detect magic pick up anything?
How does detect? Does it work through walls and stuff?
Yes, it works through walls.
Yes.
It's blocked by 1 foot of stone,
okay,
or 1 inch of metal, or
Foot of stone's a lot of stone.
A thin sheet of lead or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Mm.
If the walls in this place are 1 foot of stone, which seems like they might be because it's a castle, then you do not have to worry about it.
Or they half a foot of stone.
Yeah. You do not detect anything in the immediate vicinity of the kitchen or probably the area right beyond the kitchen.
Right. I would like to stealthily open the door.
All right. You stealthily open the door. You are looking into what is clearly like the main hall of the conservatory. There's a big table with lots of chairs set up around it, presumably where the students and staff have their main meals. You can see off in one corner, there are stairs headed up. There's also a variety of doors off of this big chamber to other things. Let's see. I didn't read you the official description. A large dining table stands in the middle of this hall, surrounded by tall back wooden chairs. Suspended above the table are 2 chandeliers fitted with wax candles. Encircling the hall at a height of 15 feet is a wooden mezzanine that could be reached by an elevator in one corner. So this area above you, I don't know if you see, there's like a little dotted oval on the floor of of this map. That represents there's an open area to the floor above you.
Okay.
And
Elevator.
hanging
Fancy
above the
school.
mantelpiece is a framed portrait of 2 stern, well-dressed, middle-aged tieflings. One is a kind of pudgy fellow.
Does the pudgy fellow in the painting have a hat?
He does not.
Okay.
It has that vibe that possibly the painting is old, and so they but possibly are historical people.
Ancient founders.
Probably the Skaldarang family.
That's okay. I can just be a ghost or something.
Yeah. So there does seem to be a fancy elevator in one corner, and then other doors. Tinkerbell, would you like to be doing anything while this is happening?
Yeah, I would like to float around, fly. We're gonna, you know what, hi. I'd like to roll to like look and see if just so happens the mandolin is hanging out in the dining room.
Yep.
And my detect magic is on. Is there any magic stuff in this room?
There's nothing that appears magical in this room.
Even the elevator?
I apologize. The elevator is magic.
Okay.
That was the elevator is in fact magic.
I'm rolling perception, right?
Yep.
Okay. 13.
I'm just looking if there's anything else that is magic. It feels like I feel like, in the world of Dungeons & Dragons, you walk into a room and it's like, there's probably some like low level convenient magic things everywhere. But the elevator it does have magical properties, which is nice. The elevator is powered by magic.
I don't trust this elevator.
Okay.
No.
An elevator is basically a cage that you volunteer to put yourself in.
Yeah. Yep,
Well,
exactly.
I'm interested, but what are these stairs over here? Which direction do they go?
Yeah, there are stairs leading up. There's also, I just want to be clear because the map is somewhat confusing. There is a door right next to you where you are, Krong, that leads to like presumably a room that's kind of like under or behind the stairs at the base of the tower. And then this is clear. You're at the corner of the building. So you would imagine that probably there's a spiral staircase here that goes all the way up the building from here.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we should check this door. Like maybe the golden mandolin is just being stored under the stairs.
Yeah. Let's check it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to check it.
Let's see. Roll check.
I rolled a 4 and presumably add something to that.
Yeah, perception.
Oh. And I rolled a 6.
All right. The door looks like a door. It looks unlocked.
I open it.
All right. Are you opening it stealthily or just opening it?
I'm opening it stealthily.
All right. Roll stealth.
A 23.
Okay. You very stealthily open the door, which is a good choice. Good choice, Krong. Because the room beyond, small though it is not empty. This looks like it's some kind of like tiny little barracks that's tucked in here under the stairs. You see a couple bunk beds. Clearly there are some sleeping staff here. I'm going to say that you recognize them as the cook and butler for the conservatory are snoozing away there, snoring loudly, kind of having a snore off. Which of them can snore louder? Most of the bunk beds are unoccupied. It seems like perhaps at one point Skaldaran Conservatory had a larger staff than it does now. And you notice that each bunk has like a little footlocker chest kind of at the end of the end of the chest, at the end
And
of the
how many
bed.
golden mandolins are in this room?
You notice 0 visible golden mandolins, though there are several closed footlockers that could be just filled with mandolins potentially.
Well, my detect magic ...
Mm.
Do we know
Uh,
if the mandolin is magic that we're looking for?
You do know the mandolin
Okay.
is magic. It
Yeah, I
puts
definitely remembered
zombies
that.
to
I'm just
peaceful
helping
slumber.
for the audience.
Yeah, no, the mandolin is magic. You can tell that these footlockers do not contain a magic mandolin. Do they
I would
contain
like to
anything
stealthily
magic?
lock the door and wedge it shut.
Okay. Yeah, you have locked the snoozing staff members in their quarters.
Up the stairs.
Yeah.
I just to mention there is, because I want to make sure I revealed the map appropriately. There was a door on the north side of the Great Hall, if you cared about that.
That's fine.
Yeah. We'll go
That's
up the
fine.
stairs.
Go up
We
the
can't
stairs.
investigate everything at once.
Yeah.
Nope.
Go upstairs.
You cannot by definition. So the area up above, you are not too surprised to see that it is like a mezzanine area where there's a kind of a big balcony that's open to the Great Hall built below. And so there are some chandeliers here with wax candles on it. And it looks like there's a bunch of kind of little rooms off of this big area here. I think that you could probably conclude from your studying or from your observation that you did earlier that these are probably the quarters for the students, because they wouldn't be very big. You probably heard the sound of music coming from here during the day and whatnot. You can see in the kind of opposite corner of the floor is the tower that leads up. There are more doors than there are students, so it's possible there are some unoccupied rooms. There are also tiny little rooms kind of tucked in under the spiral staircases.
I think we keep going up.
Yeah. Because I don't think it's going to be with the children.
No.
All right. Keep going up. All right. This is interesting. Just from a level design point of view, I say to myself.
You know what would have been a really good idea, Jay?
What?
Coming up with a time by which they should be back.
They should be back and you burn down a tree.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
distract everyone.
Oh yeah, we
Either-
totally
Yeah,
had
we
that
just get to
conversation.
decide when we just get to decide when they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna light something on fire eventually. So
And some of you do have the ability, I believe, possibly to send messages to people.
Yeah.
Either through spells or through other things that you have.
I don't think that's
So you head up the spiral staircase. You head up to the 3rd floor of Skaldaran Conservatory. The spiral staircase here seems to there seems to be a break in it, and you know that the tower keeps going up to the roof level. But there is not an access to the stairs from where you are standing, which is somewhat strange. There is a door in front of you, Krong. Tinkerbell, you would know from your scouting that probably the room beyond is the performance hall that you looked at down at the skylight from.
Okay. Do we go up one more? Do we go to the top?
There, you cannot go up here.
Oh.
Strangely.
I would like to stealthily open or unlock this door, please.
All right. So the room beyond, I think I described it previously when Tinkerbell was looking down into it, is full of musical instruments and fancy chairs and whatnot. Krong, just a question that I ask everybody this.
Here it comes.
Do you still have detect magic active?
I think so. It hasn't been 10 minutes yet, has it?
Okay, I don't think so either. As you are looking around the room, you are aware that there are several creatures in this room that intend to be visible, but are visible to you because you have detect magic. I think these creatures may not know that you can see them, but they can see you. Let me just pull up art of these really quickly. You see, and I imagine you might be a bit taken aback by these creatures. There are 3 tiny little green monsters just kind of hanging out in one corner of the room, looking at you as you've looked in from the doorway. They're rather small. They're probably about 3 feet tall. They have prominent horns, shark eyes, big comical ears that stick out. Their skin is all kind of warty and leathery.
Little
They've got
ant
long
me.
tails. Yeah, that's from another adventure, but these are, some people might be familiar with these as quasits, which are very tiny, mischievous demons that have the ability to be invisible and shape change and whatnot. In another adventure, one of them's your friend. In
Little
this adventure,
Andrew, little
they are not.
Aaron, and little Ashley.
Okay.
Ashley.
Let me just name those before I forget them.
Before we murdered them.
Yep. And they're staring at you with their creepy shark eyes, Krong, watching your every movement.
Is this window I'm next to big enough for me to jump through?
Yeah, totally.
How good are you at pretending not to see them?
Or like, yeah, also you're still a student, right? So they probably shouldn't attack students, right?
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
What were the 3 names again? Andrew, Ashley, and
Aaron.
Aaron.
With an A.
With
Yes.
double
Double
A. Double A.
A.
A. Ron. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will whisper to Tinkerbell, this might go bad.
Okay.
And I will walk into the room.
Okay. You're in the middle of the performing room. The quasits are all staring at you. Tinkerbell, I think you're probably hanging back, right? Because you are not disguised as a student.
I'm not going into the room.
Looking around, Krong, you're just a student sleepwalking in the middle of the night. There's a door to your south that you know from your extensive scouting leads to a balcony. You're in the main performance room. There is a door to the north that you don't know where that leads. And there
it leads to the other tower.
Eventually it leads to the other tower. And there are 3 quasits just staring at you, just following you with their, 3 sets of shark eyes.
Is the little hole against the wall on the right-hand side of the room, is that the door? Is that a window?
That's a window, yeah.
Okay. And then can I see... Okay. I would know then probably if there's windows on the other side of this room.
Yeah, if there are windows on the other side.
Okay. So in this.
Yeah, I think you know that there are not any windows on that side.
Okay. Okay.
So there's
I can't just fly around and
door or hallway there. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to sleepwalkingly open the northwest door.
Okay. You notice the quasits all give you suspicious looks that are even more suspicious than their already looks.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And you open the door to what is a hallway. It's kind of a little narrow hallway. There's a suit of armor. There is, eventually it leads to stairs that go up. And there is the elevator connects to this floor. There is also a prominent door off this hallway leading to seems like probably someone's quarters. This area of this hallway is, though it's a little cramped, is relatively ornate. There's like a nice carpet. There's some paintings on the wall. Yeah.
Is this a window here?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. And of course, I would know that was a window there.
Yeah.
Are these windows openable since they can be opened when it's...
They are easily openable from inside. They are hard openable from outside.
Okay.
I'm on
But okay, cool. Bell is going to fly out this window, fly
Ron is
around
going
the
to
tower.
come up here, and so I went through the door. Did the closets
Mhm.
do anything?
You know what? I think the closets are going to follow you.
All right,
Okay.
that's fine. I come up
So,
here.
I'm curious
three
what they would have.
invisible demons just kind of tiptoe behind you.
I'm curious what would have happened if Krong had kept walking in the direction of where they already were. Would they have gotten out of the way or what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Krong, strangely, you see stairs leading down here. There are not obvious stairs leading up to the roof, though you know that the roof connects to other things. So,
Sure.
yeah.
As I turn this corner here,
Yep.
I will hide.
Okay.
And I'm very stealthy, and this is I'm guessing, darkly lit hallway.
I'd say darkly lit is not a thing. Yeah, but
It's a nightlight.
Yeah. It is poorly illuminated. It's a real tripping hazard. So yeah, give me a quick stealth check as you duck around the corner.
21.
All right. I imagine that the three quasits like scamper around the corner, and they're all like, "Where's Krong? Where's Krong?" And they're pointing and like one of them's gesturing, one of them's struggling, and eventually they get bored and wander back to the room that they were hanging out in.
Excellent. Now I would like to open the window.
All right.
To let Tinkerbell in.
Tinkerbell, you rejoin Krong
Sweet.
in the corner of the conservatory.
So
Fist
clever.
I feel guilty that we're doing all the work,
I know.
getting all the fun.
Yeah.
We're still eating snacks on the hill, just
on
kind
the
of
other
watching.
hand-
We can just see like a little pinpoint of Tinkerbell going around
This
the building.
This is probably Skulldurang's quarters up here, so I really want to just go in there and see if there's a mandolin, like maybe under his pillow.
Yeah. Have we decided if the interior walls are thicker than the detect magic does?
I bet the interior walls are, but I bet the interior doors aren't.
Hey!
See? Though Krong, I think you're probably I'm gonna say that 10 minutes has passed.
Okay. I'll go down here and stealthily check this door for traps.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
15.
Okay. Krong, as you study the door, you realize that it is both locked and protected with a warding spell that would probably alert the caster when this door is opened, even if carefully unlocked by the most talented of rogues, which does suggest that there is probably something of importance inside, and perhaps something magical, perhaps something of the golden axe variety. But what treasures await our adventurers beyond this door, and what horrors will also greet them, and what of those two other adventures waiting patiently on a hill while Krong and Tinkerbell do all the work? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill.
The Incomparable Podcast Network. Become a member and support this show today. theincomparable.com/members